All right, we are green, beautiful people, brothers and sisters. This is Langley Outdoors. I am Braden, and we have something happening right now that you are going to love every second of because clearly GOA got tired of waiting for the whole DOJ, Pam Bondi switchover thing from the Biden administration, and they are just going full throttle, pedal to the metal. They have just sent a honest to God shot across the bow to the ATF in a hearing that I'm going to walk you through right now. Guys, GOA has clearly determined that they're not waiting. And honestly, I'm kind of here for it. You're going to love every second of this. I link every single thing in the description box below. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on if you want to not only know what's going on, but set a chart for that freedom for yourself and for the next generation. And thank you in advance for doing that. All right, guys. So as we get in here, you guys are going to love it. I cannot wait to read the comments on this one in the chat, which looks like you guys are filtering in, which is excellent. All right. Let's jump right into it, guys. And of course, follow me at Braden LOA because there's so much good stuff happening so quickly. Make sure you jump on. Like 500 of you a day are getting in there. So it's linked in the description, or you can go over to X and at Braden LOA. And thank you guys for checking that out. As you can see, it's right there. Okay, let's get to the point now that you guys are here. So I'm going to show you something that GOA decided to do, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory here because it's really important so you know where we're at, okay? I'm going to jump right over to this little post right here. Biden holdovers at the DOJ move to stall GOA victory in ongoing lawsuit against the ATF. And I'm going to show you the backstory, I'm going to show you what's going on, and then I'm going to read the document to you. But you have to understand something, so I set the playing field here. When the DOJ switched over under Pam Bondi, there was a lot of movement in the courts, and a lot of it was hold your horses, everything freezes. Okay? You saw it in multiple different circuit courts. They were all freezing on gun control legislation that was being sued. Okay? This happened in, again, like I said, multiple different jurisdictions. However, GOA has clearly gotten the vibe and the feeling that they want to go in a certain direction. Now, why is this so important? And guys, this is the big thing. You can either let the DOJ withdraw all these rules through the ATF, like Kash Patel do his thing, and basically they get removed like they were never there. Or you can let the court cases play out, and then you get a final ruling, which is going to effectively take that chess piece off the board for gun controllers forever because you have a final ruling. It's clear that GOA, from what I'm about to show you, has decided they just want to get the chessboard off. Guys, this is what's up. All right. That's the backstory. That's kind of the state of play. Let me show you what they said in this press release, and then I'll show you the actual document itself. So, as you can see, this happened a few minutes ago. I was just informed of it. Let me show you this. Biden holdovers at the DOJ move to stall GOA victory in ongoing lawsuit against the ATF. Now, this is about the engaged in business rule. Okay? Again, this is really important to take this one off the chessboard. So from Washington, D.C. for immediate release, Gun Owners of America and Gun Owners Foundation, alongside all these different states, everything's linked if you want to read those details, they filed an opposition to the Department of Justice's motion to stay their ongoing lawsuit against the ATF. The case, which seeks to block the Biden administration's unlawful engaged in the business rule, had already seen a victory at the lower court where a judge granted a preliminary injunction in favor of the plaintiffs, that would be GOA. But now, the DOJ is attempting to stall the case by asking for a stay, which could delay a resolution for an indefinite period of time. And that was the big thing you saw earlier on when the freeze order got sent out. That was the big complaint. It's like, whoa, we've been working on this for 4 years. What are we doing? This is where it comes, right? This is why they're saying, no, stay. Watch. In our response file today, GOA and the Texas Attorney General's office made it clear that the DOJ's request to stay the case only serves to further entrench the issue in a quagmire of administrative process and serial litigation. As the case is now on the brink of resolution, the DOJ's actions seek to prolong the legal uncertainty, making it harder for gun owners to defend their rights. And again, I'm going to show you the document in 1 second. The DOJ's request to stall this victory is not only baseless, but also indicative of the entrenched anti-gun agenda within DOJ's bureaucracy. And that is an important piece to this, because the DOJ's entrenched bureaucracy is not necessarily Pam Bondi or Kash Patel. It's the bureaucrats in the mid-level management. It's the ones that are always there. All right, now that you see the playing field, let me show you what they just did. Again, everything's linked if you want to follow along, and thank you guys for watching. Make sure you send this out and share this one because this is a really important piece. Update. Again, same thing. Holdover Biden attorneys are abusing their authority at the DOJ to undermine GOA's victory, blocking the ATF backdoor universal registration checks. These Biden infringements need to get ripped up and torn out ASAP, not stayed and delayed in court. Okay, as we get into this, let me show you what we're talking about, because I'm just going to jump straight into the document. As you can see, this is the document itself. Excuse me. Gun Owners of America, Gun Owners Foundation, ATF. You can see all the details. I actually have to show you this and actually do something, production related. There we go. My bad. All right, so as I said, Gun Owners of America, Gun Owners Foundation, ATF. Okay, so this is the plaintiff's response in opposition to the defendant's motion for stay. Again, remember, the whole objective here is not to wait for the gun controllers to do it again in 4, 8, 20, 16, however many years. The point is to remove the chess piece off the board. Okay, that's what the decision has clearly been made. Because earlier it was, which one do we do? It seems like they've made a decision. And honestly, I'm here for it. All right. A change in presidential administration does not change an unlawful rule. The Administrative Procedure Act requires that the rule be set aside. Again, this is the engaged in business rule. Okay, let's keep on going. I got a few points that are highlighted here. I'm just going to run you through. Listen to this. This is really good stuff. While plaintiffs here have the benefit of a standing preliminary injunction against the unlawful rule, that's GOA in this case, millions of law-abiding gun owners do not. This includes the citizens of 46 states not covered by the court's injunction. The injury to those individuals is happening now for reasons this court has already recognized, but would stop if the rule was vacated, so terminated, gone, off the board. That's what they're chasing here. Even setting that aside, plaintiffs are still at risk from the rule notwithstanding the preliminary injunction entered by this court. Tellingly, defendants have not withdrawn their interlocutory appeal, hoping to reverse this court's preliminary injunction. So this is still under Pam Bondi. This is still under Kash Patel. This is the ATF, right? This is the internal bureaucracy that they're already fighting, okay? This is not something that is new. This is a holdover, all right? Nevertheless, the ATF advanced the theory that the court's orders merely prohibit it from enforcing the rule, leaving ATF free to enforce the statute, even under the very same theories as advanced in the rule. Thus, plaintiffs need the permanent relief that a favorable final judgment would offer against ATF's engaged in the business rule here. This is what I'm trying to hit on really hard. And let me know if I landed the plane. Let me see the plane in the comments over, or the chat over here. This is all about the favorable final judgment. If you can secure the favorable final judgment, it's off the board forever. That's why this is so key, because if you want to beat the gun controllers, you have to do it by taking all of their chess pieces off the board. All their favorite little dolls that they play with, all of this, that, and the other, gone, finito, shut the door right in their face. Once that bad boy's nailed shut, they can't open it again because there's a final ruling. That's what they're chasing here, and that's why the title of this is Going for the Jugular, because this would be indeed going for the jugular. Let's continue. But defendants can conduct their review of the rule even as this case goes forward. If the court vacates the rule, defendants would have the benefit of the court's decision to guide any future rulemaking. Even if the court were to uphold the rule, defendants can revisit it based on their inherent authority to reconsider rulemaking. In any event, needing to evaluate litigation positions because of an incoming administration is not the kind of clear case of hardship or inequity that necessitates a stay. The ATF is trying to say, no, things have changed. We need to stay for longer, and that way it'll still be in the court system. It'll be pending, but it won't be a final judgment, but it won't be repealed. It won't be reviewed. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to say, like guys, let's not be hasty. Let's not be crazy. We have a new administration. That changes absolutely everything, right? Right? No, it doesn't. Doesn't at all. Let's get that final judgment so we can just put this one to bed and never deal with it again. That's the entire point. That's what GOA is trying to do. And I'm freaking here for it because that is actually a solution. Let's continue though. Oh, I saw some planes. Nice. If defendants' vague arguments here are enough for the indefinite stay that they seek, again, that's the ATF, especially when summary judgment briefing is complete, quote, a savvy agency could perpetually dodge review. That's the point. The checks and balances would be circumvented because they would just constantly ask for stays and they would keep the infringements in place until they got a more favorable administration. They're trying a stalling tactic. And as you saw in the press release, GOA is not having it. And I'm here for it. That's why I'm wearing the hat. That's why I'm working with them continuously, because they do things like this. They are working for a longer-term solution versus a short-term win. This is why GOA is such a leader in this field. Let's continue. Lastly, defendants have not shown a stay will promote, quote, economy of time and effort for the court, for counsel, and for litigants, because, the government's always about efficiency. To the contrary, a stay will likely complicate and protract litigation over the rule rather than simplify it. Indeed, a stay here risks perpetual delay, miring this case in a cycle of administrative review and litigation that could extend across years. And that's the whole point. They're trying to stall it. Let's just put this baby to bed. That's what GOA says. Because the challenge rule was promulgated through notice and comment rulemaking, this is interesting. The only way it can be repealed is through use of that exact same procedure. So then we got to go through that whole, hey guys, go leave a comment on the ATF thing and tell them how they suck for infringing on our rights. That thing. Let's not do that. Let's just do a final review. Easy. Final judgment. Go team. It'll take 10 minutes. Come on, you're in the Fifth Circuit. Let's make this happen. Anyway, sorry. All right, where was I before I got all excited? Same procedure. Yeah, sure, why not? The APA's definition of rulemaking requires agencies to use the same procedures when they amend or repeal a rule as they used to issue the rule in the first instance. This process entailing proposal, public comment, and finalization by its nature will span many months or years. Again, there's the same thing for many months and years, and I think that we have to do the conclusion. Yep, here's the conclusion. Because defendants have not met their heavy burden showing this case should depart from the beaten track, the plaintiffs asked the court to deny defendants' motion, meaning ATF, nope, you can't have your piece of candy. No cake for you. GOA says no. Hey, court, please don't allow them to do this. Let's get that final rule so we can take this stupid chess piece off the stupid chessboard of gun control. Let's have some freedom for the next generation, and let's start on the next stuff. That's essentially what GOA is going after here, and I'm here for it, being quite candid with you. But when we look at everything that we're talking about here, this is the reason that GOA is, in my opinion, one of the top tier Second Amendment advocacy groups, is because they aren't just looking to continue the fight back and forth, give a little here, win a little there, give a little here, win a little bit here to maintain their own relevance. They are quite literally looking to remove pieces of gun control off the board forever. They're looking for the win. They're not looking for significance and, what's the best way to say it, requirement for existence. Kind of like that whole politician thing where they're like, hey, you need us, but also you don't. Do that whole thing? That's the entire thing. We're going to solve this problem, but not all the way, because then we would make ourselves irrelevant. You know what? I'm okay with being irrelevant on the gun rights fight. If we have to get into a point where we just won the whole thing and I become irrelevant in the gun rights fight, guess what? That's a win. And that's why I like GOA. That's why I wear their hat. And I hope you guys enjoy every second of this. Please share this out. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, jump over on X where we have a party every single moment of the day. And I will see you on the next amazing fight for our rights. See you later.